All right. Welcome to an episode of Can You Connect? And this is Mr.WalkThatWalk. And today's episode, we're going to be going over dating somebody with personality disorders. And we're going to go over cluster A, which is paranoid personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, and schizotypal personality disorder. But first, we're going to be going over paranoid personality disorder. This is it's coming from the partner's going to be explaining her experience with her ex. So the ex had the paranoid personality disorder. So we're just going to go over that. And she is a African American woman. She goes over how he would usually force himself to look perfect, go out his way to do that until that became a bit tiring for him. And she mentioned that he was always fidgeting at times. He was always moving his hands and moving his feet, or couldn't really sit still. And she also reported that he was feeling like somebody was watching him. And he doubted her commitment to him. So he thought that she was always cheating on him when she was not around him. Therefore, he started holding a grudge against her, and to the point where he was making up situations that didn't happen, just to say that she was cheating, but that was things that was just in his head. However, afterwards he would feel bad about what he did because he was pretty aware about what he was doing afterwards when he got out of it. But it was hard for him to get out of that thinking during it. She reported at times he would go out his way to be around her or go with her places just to catch her cheating. To the point where when they're at a hotel and she's just speaking to a staff member, trying to figure out maybe where the pool is, and come back to him, he would accuse her of trying to get the guy's number. And then she would have to prove herself and take him to the staff member to explain that didn't happen at all. And she mentioned that he will often take his paperwork with him. So let's say birth certificate, social security card, put everything, all the important things in a bag and take that everywhere with him because he didn't trust anybody with it, including her. And she reported that he never really had proof of her cheating. He just always assumed that it was always in his head that she did something even though she didn't do anything. She had it in her mind that she was going to try to fix him and help him, so she kind of stayed around to try to take care of him. But it didn't really make the situation better, her trying to prove herself that she wasn't going anywhere. She also mentioned that when he would go to the doctors, he was very paranoid about that and thinking the doctors are trying to harm him or hurt him. And he'll be worried about somebody attacking him or attacking her. And she said that it was very challenging because she would have to prepare herself every day to deal with somebody that's going through that he was going through that. So she had to, you had to mentally prepare yourself for things like that. And that will conclude the person dating somebody with paranoid personality disorder. The second person is going to be Schizoid personality disorder, and this is a black woman from the UK. She has it, and she's going to explain her experience dealing with it and trying to be in a relationship with other people, or what's helpful for her. She reported that she usually enjoys working alone and being on sorry about that, and on her own and taking care of tasks. And she mentioned that it's important for her partner not to be intrusive and not be emotionally demanding, and it'll be helpful if they accept how she operates as somebody who deals with schizoid personality disorder. So she said that alone time is helpful. She reported that a partner who is loud and always requiring attention is too much. Especially when she tends to be in her head about things and overthinking, or just detaching from the world and being in her own world. You know, she's going to get upset if he's always being loud and always taking her out of that world just to ask about minor things. She discussed how she struggles with expressing her emotions or saying how she feels. So she believes that a romantic relationship wouldn't be good for her. You know, due to not wanting to feel forced to express how she feels, or to do really anything intimate maybe she doesn't want to do. And she thinks it's important for people to understand her personality disorder so that they have a better understanding of how to deal with her. Because it's hard for her to deal with people who expect her to act normal and do normal people stuff that she does not feel that she could do. But she did say, she pointed out that it's easier to be around somebody who has the same interests that she has. And she kind of thinks that being with somebody who also has a schizoid personality disorder would be a bit easier because they understand the experience. And we have another person for schizoid, which is a Caucasian male who is dealing with it. But I don't know. I feel like his is a bit different. Yeah. His hits on another personality disorder, so it is last second that I'm thinking about it. I'm only going to touch on that he prefers to be alone. He would work on adapting to fit in. Didn't like going to church because people were overly emotional. And usually enjoys staying in his mind because that's where he creates his happy place. So that's what I mentioned, the last part, not the other stuff. And the last one is going to be schizotypal. personality disorder. So this is a Caucasian male who lives in Denmark. So different experience. He reported having a relationship is hard, especially when he's unmedicated due to overthinking and having delusions. And because it's causing him to have problems with keeping friends. Especially when he's oversharing. So he's oversharing that he has this mental health disorder. And then when people find it out, they kind of back away from him. Due to them maybe taking it the wrong way. Therefore, he's just working on just being friends with people and working on controlling on how much he's oversharing. Well, yeah, he's working on controlling on how much he's oversharing, but for the just being friends part is for women. That's what that is for women. He wants to just be friends so he's not rushing into something. Because in Denmark, people usually do a lot of hookups there. He said there's a big hookup culture to the point where he was in a culture and doing a bunch of one-night stands. And he's mentioned being kind of tired of that and wanting something different, wanting a committed relationship. But he wants to go about it a different way. However, he is aware that his other relationships ended due to him being childish or overreacting to what somebody's saying. Therefore, he's learning to communicate through online dating and taking his time talking to people and getting to know them as they're getting to know him. And that will conclude it with this episode. So thank you for watching this episode. Of course, we're going to be supporting a black-owned business. Sorry. Our second one is going to be Bayou Nola. So Bayou, New Orleans. This is going to be a restaurant that's in the Martinsburg, West Virginia area. So I'll put all their information in the description below. So this is going to be a place that hits on New Orleans. And of course, support the musician. I'll just let it out. Of course, support the musician that does the intro and outro to my videos, and the person who does my avatar. And myself, I'm a clinical social worker for the state of Maryland. I could do individual, couples, and family therapy. So if you're interested in that, definitely check everything out in the description. So definitely thank you for watching, and y'all have a good rest of the night.